tournament victory for her was the Bitburger Open. Same level as this Super 300 here in Bangkok. Won that in November. Here she is, Nitchaon JINDAPOL. Really well in this tournament so far. Been absolutely convincing, winning in straight games all the way through the semi-final. And here's her opponent, Soniia CHEAH of Malaysia. Also equally convincing, as she's won all her matches in straight games as well. Only conceding 16 points in a game that was in the quarterfinal against Natsumi Shimoda.
So something has to give in this semi-final. JINDAPOL won in straight games in their only previous meeting, but that was, what, 9 years ago now, so not sure how much story you can take from that. JINDAPOL's 26, CHEAH a couple of years her junior. On every indication, this should be an exciting match.
Right. Receive.
Especially since there's indications that Soniia CHEAH has developed herself as a player, definitely playing at a higher level than some years ago.
Her older sister Lydia is also a pro. She got to the Russian Open final last year, CHEAH, and lost. And she's still ranked inside the world's top 30. So it may not be plain sailing for JINDAPOL. Born in Phuket. That ranking of 12, just a few years ago. She's 13 now, so there or thereabouts. And there are those bloodless victories that Steen was talking about. Tunyoung pushed her relatively close in that second game, but other than that, it's been comprehensive from the tie. And when we see her opponent stats, pretty similar. 3 years her senior. Home tournament coming up next weekend in Kuala Lumpur. And here's how she's progressed, and there you see it. Half an hour, just over half an hour, and half an hour again. So neither girl's been seriously tested thus far. That may change right now. Chair umpire and service judge, both from the home nation here, Thailand.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Nitchaon JINDAPOL, Thailand. And on my left, Soniia CHEAH, Malaysia. Soniia CHEAH to serve. Level. Play.
So here we go, place in the final of the women's singles at stake. CHEAH in the yellow and blue.
Service over.
I think the cheers will be twice as loud when JINDAPOL wins a point. Confidently left, and it was long.
2 love.
If she could get off to a flyer, JINDAPOL, it would really rally the crowd. It might demoralise CHEAH a bit.
And one of the challenges here is that Thailand have actually done really well. They have 8 players pairs in the semi-finals, so the attention is sort of divided in the audience. There's a women's doubles match going on the adjacent court right now, but we would expect them to get behind the top-seeded player.
Two or 3 inches wide from CHEAH.
1.
Those long serves, so much air.
Service over. 2, 3.
Just starting to assert herself in the last couple of points, the Malaysian. Actually deceptively quick around the court. Missed that one though, I think. Yep, was wide.
Service over. 4, 3.
Not seen too many winners thus far. Most of the points won by errors. It's 4 apiece.
And again, we see the players sort of feeling each other's teeth and trying to adapt to the playing style and adapt to the drift here in the hall.
It was wide, and for the first time in the match, CHEAH is sneaked ahead by a point. She knew that was going to be wide of the sideline.
Service over. 5, 4.
Again, good depth, good placement from Cheah.
Yeah, really accurate there.
5.
Sitting directly over that sideline. Excellent placement.
Makes use of her height. I knew that was drifting wide as well.
7. 5.
Really impressive too. Not much applause from the crowd, but it deserves some.
8. 5.
Look at this. Really good angle.
Yeah, and she's got good technical skills, especially on the upper hand shots. Soniia CHEAH.
4.
Rather invited that.
Service over. 6. 8.
She was a bit of a sitting duck there.
JINDAPOL.
Apology from JINDAPOL. So not going to try to hit your opponent, but hitting it in their vicinity does stop them getting it back. Well, she'd done everything right prior to that. It was a cheeky little backhand in the middle of that rally, but in the end, she made the error. That was the backhand.
Play. Four. 8. Oh.
Well, we said it before this match that it could be a close, hard-fought contest, and so far, looking like being exactly that.
Yeah, good start for Soniia CHEAH. And I mean, she's done great already by getting to the semi-final in this tournament here. It's been a tough year for her with only 2 tournaments where she's progressed beyond the second round. That was the Russian Grand Prix in July, and last year's Princess Serivani Thailand Masters, where she lost in the quarterfinals to the later champion Busanan Ongumrumpan. So much needed success and motivation for the Malaysian player.
Well, she misjudged that last one, left it and it was on the line. Much too long.
JINDAPOL pointing towards the ceiling, and it could look as a challenge. So a good thing that the umpire didn't see that, because that would definitely have been a wasted challenge.
Ten, 9.
Wow.
11,
Too many errors at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 1 seed not looking as good as she certainly would have hoped.
It's Tasha Buck, who's at the moment responsible for the women's singles department in Malaysia. And I say at the moment, it's because they tend to change tasks quite often. We saw him in the
20 seconds.
Dubai finals
20 seconds.
maybe a couple of weeks ago, where he was sitting behind Nitchaon JINDAPOL, making his way all the way through the final.
Okay, ready.
And has been coaching Nitchaon JINDAPOL as well, practicing with the men's singles department. Very good coach, Tae-Soo Bok.
11, 9, play.
Well, both players guilty of some unforced errors in this opening game. Seen some excellent shots as well. And it's been, well, no more than a couple of points in it either way from the start till now. First time she's done that from the back of the court.
11,
Unexpected gift for Jinapol.
Looks a bit tense to me, Jindapool, also creating the mistakes in the shots that we've seen and so on. She feels the pressure of playing the semi-final here, being the top seed. We know already that the opponent for the winner of this match will be Pompawi Cho Chung Wong, and I'm not sure, I don't know the practice results of the two Thai women, how things are going when they practice together, who's going to win, but you could imagine that if Jindapool is normally having the upper hand against Cho Chung Wong, she would be under even more pressure here, because she feels that if she wins this match, she would have a good chance of taking the whole tournament and put herself on top of the HSBC BWF World Tour and the race to Guangzhou, as this is the first tournament in that tournament series.
13.
Anyway, she's looked a little sort of not really 100% there.
Not sure who was the first person to say it, but it's the old take one match at a time thing.
Yeah.
Look too far ahead. Yeah, she just snatched about a little bit. It does look a bit of tension in the arm of Thai.
Oh, but I think now I spotted, I haven't paid enough attention. I think there's a strapping on her right thigh or knee.
Yeah.
Of course, if she's not fully fit and there's some movements that she can't do, then the mistakes that we've seen makes a little bit more sense, because you tend to overdo some of your shots. in order to make them winners. The problem is that they almost never become winners.
Service over. 14, 15.
Seems to be moving okay, but hard to tell whether it's giving her any trouble.
Exactly, and is the acceleration there? Is that
16,
as
14.
it normally would be, and there's special movements that are particularly difficult and so on. That's and also the strapping might just be a precaution. It's really hard to tell, but we haven't had any intel on serious injury with
17,
JINDAPOL.
14.
Well, it's another surprising miss from her, and all of a sudden Cheah's gone big favourite to win this opening game. Got her bearings wrong there. Wasn't completely side on to the shuttlecock. Missed that by a long way. Still 17-15 though.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Agree on that call. We're sitting just above that right sight line there.
And please welcome Rahayu Nayaga, Aya Pangkarania, and Ade Yusuf Santoso from Indonesia.
Just hasn't got a rhythm at all.
Service over. 19, 16.
Good defense.
From Thailand. Service judge Arin Ninsakul from Thailand.
Great placement.
Just on the line, there is a challenge, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is really close. Just got a bit of drift, I think. It drifted back in.
It's clearly in my opinion, but I understand why she's challenging. It's a very important point. Nervous coaches.
Looked to me that it kind of started outside the sideline and drifted back.
Yes. They're sitting on the opposite side of the court, so they doesn't really have a good view. Yeah, exactly.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
On the inner side of the line. I
19,
totally agree.
16.
It started wide, in my opinion, but got
Play.
caught by the side drift.
So Cheah potentially closing in here on the opening game. She can hold herself together.
Good shot, good shot.
And a shot that brings up
20,
4
game
game
on,
points
16.
for the Malaysian, who's unseeded here. Beg your pardon, she's the 4th seed. I did her a disservice.
Game.
Well, she'll
First
be
game, one
very,
match,
very
Soniia
happy
CHEAH,
with that.
21-16.
Not what the crowd were expecting, maybe not what Jindapol was expecting, but Soniia CHEAH has made light work of that opening set. Opening game, I beg your pardon. And there was some worrying signs for Jindapol in that game. She just didn't look herself, the number 1 seed. 19 minutes only.
And Soniia, she made a really great job of making the most of playing with the drift with her attacking shots, taking the initiative. Good control on particularly that shot there, but a number of the shots, she didn't make that many errors on the baseline of Jindapol. Interesting to see if the top seed can come back here in the second game. You can see that she's a little bit unsatisfied with her own game as well.
Got 1 20 seconds. Got 1 20 seconds. Coach, turn your seat.
So,
Second game.
can Jindapol
Level.
fight back here in the second game?
Right.
Come on.
One.
You
love.
just get the feeling watching Soniia CHEAH and just noting her body language that she knows she's got a genuine chance. It might sound obvious having just won the first game, but she just looks like she thinks, hello, chances here today, even though my opponent is the number 1 seed and a much higher ranking in the world rankings.
Yeah, and I think maybe she fell into that trap of playing a little bit too patient. Nitchaon JINDAPOL on the near side of the court where you play up against the drift and you actually can be more accurate with your shots to the baseline. The problem is that if your opponent plays attacking, a more attacking style, then it's not to your benefit to be in the defense or be more patient. And I think she has to go on the attack here in the second game in order to put pressure on Soniia CHEAH and also to prevent the Malaysian from taking advantage of her good upper hand shots.
Service over. 2-0.
A shame because it was an excellent rally until that miscue by CHEAH.
Play.
Definitely Soniia CHEAH has raised the game, and I mentioned before the match that there's only 2 tournaments where she progressed beyond the second round. That was a little bit harsh on me because she's really faced strong opponents in the tournaments where she's gone out either in the first or second round and played some good matches, and there has been indications that she was on the verge of raising her level, so to speak. So, if you put it another way, she hasn't really lost to anyone that you wouldn't expect her to lose to, except for perhaps a match in Bitburger Open against Yvonne Lee.
4-0.
Great deception there. It's gone long.
She has tossed away a whole load of points in this match so far.
Yeah.
Jindapol. I mean, CHEAH must think it's a lucky day to a degree. Not that she isn't playing well herself. That's more like it.
Service over. 4-5.
But it's also, I mean, when you've played 3 matches and won convincingly, you haven't conceded a game, you were only stretched a little bit against the World Junior Champion yesterday, Gregoria Mariska Tunjung from Indonesia, then it can be difficult to sort of gear up, and I don't know if that's the case. It's definitely not the Jindapol that I expected to see, but let's see if she's capable of staying in this match here.
Well, she's staying in this second game, but it's tight. Errors from both women. Seen some good play as well. That's been the expression we've seen on her face for much of the afternoon. Just as I say that, she pulls out a shot like that. No wonder she's on her knees. Right down the sideline. They don't come back.
Thank you.
Another scream of anguish from the Thai as that hit about halfway up the net.
Well played. Well played. She's been very consistent. We talked about consistency in the men's singles match, Trevor, and Soniia. I just feel she's played at a really, really consistent level here so far in this women's single.
I think she's got to think if she can cut out the unforced errors, she got a great chance because at the moment Jindapon's not.
She's not really threatening her.
No, I mean she's not like she's landing loads of winners herself.
No.
So 8-all in the second game.
It's gone wide.
Well, she's going to challenge it. Might be more in hope than expectation.
Yeah, these emotional challenges where you would so much wish that it could be good.
Yeah, you think you should have got it.
Yeah.
So I'll have a second look, but I think most in the auditorium believe that this was wide, and indeed it was.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 9-8. Play. Service over. 9-all.
Good shot. And I mean, there's no doubt what the plan should be for Jindapol. It is to go on the attack. Not an all-out attack, but a controlled attack where you attack with margin and are ready to play on from the front court area and sort of follow up, make the advantage bigger. Long.
Oh, perfectly placed again. Just having a little resurgence here. And well timed too, as they go to their respective chairs. Haven't seen very much of that so far today. No reason why it would have rattled Cheah's confidence, though, the way she's playing.
Got 120 seconds. Got 120 seconds.
จะหยอดก็หยอดดูหน่อยเขาบีบเขาหน่อยโดยเฉพาะลูกตบนะแรงอยู่นะ
11-9. Play.
So with a slight advantage in the second game, 11-9. Should be a bread and butter shot, really.
10-11.
Good shot. Very good deception by Soniia CHEAH.
11-0.
Yeah, clearly Jindapol wasn't expecting that.
Look at Jindapol's feet. Oh, can't really see whether it's a cross or a straight shot.
the first time. That was just a little casual, that
12,
backhand.
11.
But still, anyone's game, just a point between them. And Jindapol under more pressure, having dropped the opening game. Well, take them any way you get them.
19, 11.
Bit of a heartbreaker for CHEAH. Thought about dropping back, decided to sneak over.
Service over. 12, 13.
See, the net gives with one hand and takes away with the other.
Yeah.
Now it's CHEAH's turn
Service
to
over.
look to the sky in anguish.
14, 12.
Can't believe she's missed that.
She feels the opportunity as well, and probably also feels that the easiest way to do it is to just finish it off in straight games. Because she can see that her opponent is making some odd mistakes once in a while. Net caught again. Important point. Oh, great deception.
Well, at least CHEAH can see the funny side of it, because she was bamboozled there. It's about the first time she's tried that in a match as well. A very opportune moment, so she's looking in reasonable shape here to force a deciding game. 15-12 she leads. She's on the warpath now. Couldn't get to that shuttlecock quickly enough to dispatch it.
Thank you.
She got those two lucky net courts at the right time, Nitchaon JINDAPOL.
Ready.
Open up 4-point cushion here, and that might be just what the doctor ordered for her to get back into this match.
Well, CHEAH won the tactical battle there. That was
13,
quite
16.
amusing, actually. A little bit of that, and then she just totally disorientated, really.
Service over. 17, 13.
Yeah, now it's CHEAH who just has started to look a little bit ragged in the last 4 or 5 minutes. And JINDAPOL has taken full advantage Well, an energy
The race
sapping
over.
rally, which in the end
13,
Cheah
18.
came out on top of. Slightly anticlimactic, the ending to it, after 34 strokes.
Okay, quick. Okay. Quick, quick. Cheah. Fourteen, 18. Play.
So I watched that very closely.
15,
Knew it was going to drift
18.
out. Would have been a pointless challenge from Jindapol, so she hasn't bothered. Still in the driving seat in this second game.
Ball.
Excellent play there by
Service over.
Jindapol.
Exactly as you said, it's controlled
19,
aggression.
15.
And set up the opportunity. I think she was
20,
caught in about 3 minds there in terms of what to
15.
do. Unhappy about something.
Yeah, it meant that Jindapol was illegally holding her racket up to block her shot, but that was not at all the case.
So a game point, 5 of them in fact, to level things up here. And that's exactly what she's done. 21 points to 15.
Nitchaon JINDAPOL, only 1-15.
And what we thought at the start might end up being a close contest looks like being exactly that as they go to their respective corners. 1 game all now here. Kind of a game of 2 halves. The first half of it, Cheah looked like she was well capable of winning it.
เราได้แต้มจากตรงนี้หลายลูกแล้วอ่ะ
Jindapol got a nose in front about midway through. She won it going away in the end.
แจกไปเพราะข้างหลังทำอะไรเราไม่อันตรายอ่ะถูกว่าแค่ขึ้นไปแล้วขอป้องให้ดีขอป้องปุ๊บเนี่ยคืนให้เร็วแจกจังหวะได้ทำลงบ้างฟันบ้างลงตรงบ้างแล้วก็ตามลูกนะเข้าหาลูกให้เร็วไม่เกี่ยวเซต 2ก็หาลูกเร็วขึ้น
Not 1, 20 seconds. Not 1, 20 seconds. Coach. Coach, give a card.
So here we go then for the deciding game.
Final game. Level. Play.
Well, no question who the crowd are siding with.
No, and I think that she must have gotten the plot now, Jindapol, and realizing that she has to attack. Excellent play by Soniia CHEAH. Really, really good shot quality.
Service over. 1-0.
Yeah, there was a look from Jindapol there, almost like half disappointment and half admiration. Winner.
Yeah, it was like, oh, can you play that?
But he went for broke there and missed it by considerable margin.
2-1.
Well left again.
3-1.
Yeah, good leave in the end. It was a late decision
Service over.
from Jindapol to play her shot.
It's gone wide.
3-0.
Oh, that was really going wide. That short service was way into the right service field. No
Jindapol
challenge from
challenges call
Jindapol.
out.
She should have left the service from Soniia CHEAH, but it's a split-second decision, and you don't expect your opponent to serve wide that way.
Be surprised if this challenge is successful, though. To be honest, we'll see.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
It's almost an art form in itself, isn't it? Using
Three.
a challenge, the two
Yeah.
challenges successfully and sensibly.
Yeah, it is. It is. Now she's back to the first
5,
game
3.
playing style, taking too many chances, too big chances. Jindapol.
Service over. 4-5.
Or neither player allowing the other to get away here on the scoreboard. Yeah, it's an easy kill in the end.
5-0.
Still the anguish go around the hall when she missed that.
6-5.
One of the best shots she's played all afternoon.
6-0.
Is the momentum just maybe starting to shift a little bit in favour of the number 1 seed?
Net caught again.
That was kind of worlds against me kind of look as the drummers, cheerers and clappers and group away to our right in the stand broke into full volume.
CHEAH. Play.
Well, crowd getting more engaged with this. A little shrug of the shoulders from CHEAH.
It's beginning to go Jindapon's way. And should she survive this match and qualify for the final, it's one of those matches where you're just happy that you survived, happy that you get the chance to come back tomorrow and play, because she's been struggling for a big part of this match. That's a fantastic shot from Soniia CHEAH.
Service over. 7.
Completely out the blue pretty much as well. Well worth another look.
No follow-through swing there,
Quick towel.
and that makes it really hard for the opponents to judge.
Quick towel. Okay.
Beautiful shot.
Play. 8-all.
Oi, she tripped. Oi, she was lucky.
Well,
9-8.
that should be on one of those what happened next quizzes.
Yeah. There.
Soniia.
Hopefully she didn't twist her ankle. I don't
it
think
was-
so.
No, I think she's fine. It's just kind of one leg kind of dragged into the other, but all's well that ends well.
One of the most peculiar deceptions we've seen so far.
Yeah, fooled herself and still won the point. And she has the
Oi.
1 point lead, or she did have.
Service
She's,
over.
the body shot, so to speak.
9-all.
Jindapol. Flush on the head, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you. Service over. 10-9. Level 9, interval, finish.
Well, Chia just with a bit of a chink of light here as they go to their coaches for the last time.
Attention. Attention.
Disappointing again from Jindapol. No question that she's been below her best here, but she could still pull out the victory, get through to tomorrow's showpiece match. Nearly an hour on court in total. Still not really no nearer to knowing
20 seconds.
who's going to come through here.
Yeah, I thought that at 8-6 she'd started to pull away, but now it's turned around in 11-9 in favor of Soniia CHEAH. And from a neutral point of view, I wouldn't mind Malaysia-Thailand final tomorrow in women's singles instead of an all-Thailand affair, of course, but
11-9.
that's only from a neutral point of view.
Well, it might add a bit more spice to proceedings. Play's now finished on the other court, so these two have
Service
got
over. 10,
the attention of the
11.
full arena. That's what she'll be looking for in the next 10 minutes or so. A few more of those.
And the umpire called fault, so she must have touched it because I didn't see a call from the linesman
see that live.
No. Good. Great deception.
Yeah, and great pressure on our opponent, and eventually it told. And whether there was a bit of frustration after that previous point, I'm not sure. And she's got her nose in front again, narrowly.
Lay up.
It's these
12.
shots that look really, really easy, but requires some attention anyhow, because you've got to judge the speed and the direction yourself, and that's the kind of shot that she's missed a bit more of today than I would have expected.
Well, it was well in.
Race over. 13-12.
Cheah looks completely mystified.
Well played. I think for Soniia CHEAH, a
Race
lot
over.
of the
13.
solutions is lying in the backhand side of Nitchaon JINDAPOL. Those flat drives and the deceptive shots, we've seen that before. That one that totally catches Nitchaon JINDAPOL wrong-footed. Good shot.
Service over. 14. 30.
Well, who are you siding with here? It's impossible to call again. It's the point in it.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that so far in this women's singles, the so to speak good side has been the far side of the court, whereas in the men's singles we saw it was the opposite. Here in the women's singles, the attack actually gets a little bit more dangerous from the far side of the court. The female players get a little bit help from the drift, so that their attack gets more dangerous, and given that, I think I'm siding with JINDAPOL.
Well, she's got herself a little cushion, albeit a small one here, 15-13. And she's got the advantage, as you say, of that far side.
Service over. 14.
Didn't miss by
15.
much, but miss it she did.
Right.
Played again in the backhand side of JINDAPOL. Not the flat backhand, but was there as well 2 shots before the mistake happened.
Well, I hit that with real venom. It looked to me like it might have been drifting wide in any case, but
16.
it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, I agree. She put that back into court.
Tatsumi. Cheah.
Well, the crowd really engaged now. Shake of the head from Soniia CHEAH. That was barely halfway up the net.
Just 4 points away from securing the third consecutive women's singles title go to a player from Thailand. Because if she wins Jindapol, it will be an all-Thailand final. She stopped in that corner.
16, 17. Play.
A bit of adrenaline in that shot, so conscious of trying to get it deep. She overhit that
16.
by a big margin. Well, 2 points in quick succession, and she's sneaking towards the finish line now. Jindapol.
Good placement.
Service over. 17, 19.
It's challenging to hit that backhand side of Nitchaon JINDAPOL because you have to take the side drift into account. So very, very good placement there by Soniia CHEAH.
Well, it's great defence. Ended up being enough to bring the error. And now, I don't need me to tell you with the cheers in the background,
17.
3 match points for a place in the final to Jindapol.
Thai fans there traditional clothing.
That'll do it! Brilliant defense in the end. And after losing the first game, the #1 seed fights back and comes through in a really hard-fought tussle with Soniia CHEAH, who's only now getting to her feet. I think she's okay. More disappointment than anything else. You can see what it means to Nitchaon JINDAPOL. So we've got an all-time women's singles final tomorrow afternoon. But she did it the hard way, she really did.
16, 21, 21, 15, 21, 17.
And I would imagine most of those in the stadium will be back to cheer on tomorrow. It was an amazing final point, really, which CHEAH looked all-out favourite to win and ended up flat on her back. Wins then 16-21, 21-15, 21-17 in an hour and a quarter on court.